So you've been our man on the street through a lot of the protests happening the past couple of weeks, but you actually walked along the streets with someone who grew up in those neighborhoods, too.
Yeah, we've stayed in those same streets and found a lot of interesting stories in the aftermath. There is so much to this story about looking lost, finding the spotlight with the backdrop of a childhood in South Minneapolis, always in play. Akbar Abdul-Ahad has been a star basketball player and a star of a reality TV show. He's also done time in prison. What he sees from the city he grew up in is fascinating.
He just always was determined.
Akbar Abdul-Ahad was more than a handful as a kid, moving from school to school.
Well, he was kicked out of 6 different elementary schools here in Minneapolis. Yeah, 6.
But he found something he loved, the game of basketball.
He started bouncing that ball, and when he did out there, it made a lot of sense. I guess he was counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, here we go.
He got good, real good, became a star at Roosevelt High School.
All-American. I was All-American candidate, All-State, All-Conference. I led the city in scoring.
He earned a scholarship to Division I Idaho State, played overseas professionally, came home one off-season and got arrested. Police raided the family home, arrested 23 people for a form of drug trafficking, including his mother.
It was a 10-month sentence. I went to a Pekin women's camp, federal. Yeah, it was Pekin, Illinois. Yeah, it was a federal prison camp for women.
He refused to claim that he was involved, but he changed his life during the 3-year sentence.
But I just locked in and just got myself together, and I became closer with God at that time.
Cook County, my birthplace, so please, boy, don't disrespect.
When he got out, he had big dreams in performing because his African-American role models impressed him.
You see entertainment. You know, you watch TV, you see rappers, you see actors, you know, Denzel Washington, you see, you know, Sidney Poitier. These guys inspire you, you know.
He landed a big part on a reality TV show on VH1 and has done some acting.
Basketball, you know, that's my life. The people you see every day was either drug dealers, the streets, basketball. That's all we see on TV is athletes or rappers.
This week he was back home, reflecting, because not far from his boyhood home is this, where it started on Lake Street. So come on over here quick. And over here is the 3rd precinct, right?
Yeah.
People have a question. They say, why would anybody burn down the place of the people they need protecting them?
Because we don't feel protected. The same people that are supposed to protect us, we're afraid of them.
Walking with his sister, a pastor at a local church, and 2 of 10 children, they're trying to keep an open mind about what they see from the police.
Yeah. We need officers that not just want to be in the community, but that love the community, right? And that want to see the people who they are supposed to protect and serve be built back up. Because the only way to do that is you can't look at us, everybody brown, like criminals, right? And everybody white is not racist.
In Akbar's world, it's not just about the police. He believes one of the bigger issues are the homes without fathers in the city like he grew up.
Because you have the discipline, you have the structure in the household, right? A male figure that's there, that looks like you, that loves you, that cares about you. And then when you go outside, you don't have to look for mentors as much.
This kid who lived here has seen much, a basketball career that gave him confidence, and coming back home with a different perspective after the riots. Do you believe that the Minneapolis police force can be reunited with the community or not?
Yes.
Because why?
How? You mean how? They have to get in the community. They have to go talk to people, really get to know and have a dialogue and converse with people in the community.
And there is a thought that all the damage done to buildings is a step in a new direction.
It's time to build. You know, it's all in Scripture. You know, life. It's a time for life to live. It's time to live. It's time to die. It's time to rebuild now.
Think we come out of this better Minnesota or worse?
Yes, better. We have to. There's no choice.
We have no choice, Jeff, and those are just a number of stories like this that we've seen, but I've known Akbar for a number of years, and it's been really fascinating to watch his growth and maturation as well as his sisters along the way.
We appreciate that, Maxie. Thank you.